Alright, this is my final video summary. I'm going to just jump right into the game and then go back to the code so I can show you the game in full. Here's my menu that I start off with, and it records your high score. So the highest score I've gotten so far is 120. I'm going to turn down the volume while I talk, and then I can turn it up so I can show you the sounds and stuff later. Here's the high score. I reset it recently, so that's why it's only 120. There's two buttons you can click with your mouse: new game or load game. Here are the controls. E is energy ray, S is absorb shield, space is jump, down arrow is duck, left moves left, right moves right, T is save, and L is load. So I'm going to jump right into the game, put the volume back up, show you a little demo real fast. So here's a new game. So I'm in the game. Here's my absorb shield, and as you can see in the top left, my energy for my absorb shield goes down. I'm just going to demo it real fast and not talk so you can hear the sounds. I'm going to show you what it looks like when you die. Alright. So there I died. Turn the volume down. So I just want to show you. So I have absorb shield on the top left, the health is in the middle, energy is top right, and then below the health you can see your score, current score, and how much time you have left. Basically, when you get down to 0, you win, and then it records your score. If you die before that, it still records your score, but you didn't win, I guess. And your absorb shield goes down when you use it, and then when you stop using it, it has like a timer that has to reset, and then it will start recharging. Your energy is used for your energy ray, which is used to kill the monsters. Yeah, and the monsters shoot these little projectiles. So go back to the menu, and then I can start a new game. Yeah, and then I'm gonna just demo the load and save real fast, and then go to the code. So new game. So I'm gonna kill some stuff and use up my energy and my absorb shield, and then I'm gonna save it right here, and then oh, and then you can die by, if you hit the monster you die, so I'll just do that. I died. Okay, so menu, I'm gonna load from that point I saved. As you can see, it loads. So that's the extent of the game. You absorb the shots, get energy, shoot them to kill them. Each monster's worth 10 points, and that's the game. So I'm gonna go into the code. Here's my list of all my images and sounds. It's pretty extensive. And then here's my code. It's pretty long. I feel like the way we learned it, I kind of learned sprite animation for it. I feel like the way we learned it, wasn't I guess the way I did the game, I could have organized it better, but since I went bit by bit, or piece by piece, it kind of got disorganized through the weeks. Instead of having learned everything and then starting the game, might have been probably would have made it easier to organize, but it wasn't a big deal. It just looks a little disheveled, I guess. Start off just with your standard colors and stuff, and then here's my sounds and the volumes. There's some variables with lists. Here's my Iceman class, and I just kind of put each sprite animation in its own list, and then basically when you update, you run through whatever based on these variables, whichever prerequisite you have, you run through a certain list, and that's like the list of pictures, and the pictures change. I have them change every 10 cycles, but it's just whatever, how many cycles you need it to make it look smooth. So that's basically how I did sprite animation, and then I had different classes, so each class had its own kind of set sprite animation. So here's the monster, and then the bullet, so it can update its position, and then it has its own hit test with monsters, so if it hits a monster, monster dies, you get points. Explosion also has its own sprite animation, so when you kill a monster it explodes. It has a sound effect. Enemy, if the enemy hits you when your shield's up, it gives you, doesn't hurt you, and it recharges your energy ray, but if it hits you when your shield's down, it hurts you. Here's some more variables. Here's my, I just had another while loop for my menu, and it lists all my the menu as you saw. That's what it looked like. So here's my menu, and then if you hit load, it basically, so when you save, you hit a button, and it basically dumps this list into a file called save game, and then when you load, it basically puts those, it puts a list into save game, and when you load, it puts the list back into here, and then basically I put all the variables that I use, I set back to those values, so it basically loads. Oh yeah, and I set the mouse invisible, and then I use key state, so T, whatever, T is save, L is load. And you can look at this code in more detail, and then there's jumping, there's down arrow, left, right, and yeah, that's pretty much it. And then update, and then here, if you, like for bullet, in the list of bullets that you shoot, and then you run through each monster, if your bullet hits that monster, you remove the monster. Oh, and then I have another while loop for like the other one, for the death screen, or when you run out of time, or when you die, there's that screen that pops up, and then you can click either menu or quit. If you click menu, I set all the values back to their default 0 value or whatever they were, and then here I change the difficulty level as you progress through the game. And yeah, that's pretty much my game, so thanks for your time, and I guess just email me if you have any questions. This is Gabriel Man, Gman1. Thanks.